Now, something that is true is that Toys R Us is going out of business. That, of course, related to Amazon's dominance in the retail space. Toys R Us, the sad decline of the company, it is laying out its liquidation plan as it looks to close all of its stores, and reports have indicated that Amazon may be interested in buying some of those. But this is all coming at a time when the toy industry is actually bigger than it's ever been. So, Dan, what is the deal here between the decline of, I think, the most iconic toy brand in America, perhaps, and the rise of toys?
Well, it's funny you say it's the most iconic toy brand, but actually already for a couple of years, the biggest seller of toys in the U.S. was not Toys R Us, it's Walmart. And I think our editor-in-chief, Andy Serwer, put it well about a week ago when the story was Toys R Us is going to close something like 200 of its stores. Of course, in only a few days, the story has now become it's going to close all 735. Unless someone buys a few of them, fine. We've seen mixed reports. Even if Amazon comes in and buys a few, it's not going to be to keep them open as toy stores. It's going to be something very unsexy. Yeah. But look, with the news now that it's going to close all the stores, you say it's sad, but the toy industry has been fine. In fact, last year, $20.7 billion, according to the NPD Group, in sales, and that's the biggest it's ever been. Now, Andy, as I said, the way he put it on the show was, Walmart came in and displaced Toys R Us, and that's true. Then Amazon, a little bit, disrupted Walmart, but again, Walmart still sells a lot of toys. And then he concluded by saying he held up his phone and said, and this, the phone, is displacing Amazon. Now, I don't necessarily agree up to that point, the implication being kids don't play with toys anymore. They're playing on a tablet, they're playing on apps. I asked my sister about this. She is an adult with two little kids. One of them is, 3 years old, and they do love the tablet, but they also love toys. They have giant buckets of toys, action figures and dolls and marble factories. And so it isn't necessarily the case that the smartphone has killed off toys. Toys are still a booming industry, but why would you make a trip to get in the car, drive to Toys R Us, wherever the local Toys R Us is, and walk through and schmai around and spend money when you can just go online to Amazon, look up the specific toy you want, it's probably at a cheaper price, and have it shipped to you? And in fact, another quick, interesting data point in the NPD Group report is that 70% of purchases made at Toys R Us in the past 5 years for toys were made for a specific toy. A child made a specific request. Mom, I want Tickle Me Elmo. Mom, I want
the still make that?
Black Panther action figure. Oh yeah. And so now when you go on Amazon, if you use that logic and apply it to Amazon, all the more convenient. You already know the specific toy your little brat wants, and you go on Amazon and you buy it for cheap. So
you don't have to
my response to all this
tell them to stop playing with everything, don't touch.
Right, just get the one toy. Yeah. So my response is yes, it's sad. I remember Toys R Us finally. I remember picking out a Mighty Max playset. Right. Yes, I remember FAO Schwarz. That's sad. But this is just a natural progression of convenience in retail.